Any woman that a man takes to court, you that girl, you that, I'm gonna be the one to tell you, if you got that man in his feelings so bad that he involved the children, I'm gonna let you know right now. You done did something to that man's soul to the point where he know he ain't never find another you. You're so uniquely made to the point where the only thing that he can do to get back at you, he can't. Go get another car, go get another house. You got that. The only thing that's gonna get to your heart and that's gonna get to your soul is your child.
I am so sick of the whole "the only reason a man fights for custody is to hurt you" argument. What are you talking about? The reason that man is in court for custody of his kids is to have custody of his kids. Because if he didn't, it would be, if you wanted to see your kids, you would have fought harder. Okay, so there he goes. He's fighting to see his kids. Oh, but now he's wrong for that because it hurts the mom's feelings? Oh wait, or is it a compliment because it means that she's God's special princess or something? Okay, now if he's fighting for sole custody when the mom did nothing wrong, I do take an issue with that because sole custody should be for emergencies only, and that applies to mothers too, by the way. Children deserve joint custody, shared parenting, meaningful relationships with both parents. But something you might not know is that in 45 out of 50 states, unmarried fathers have no legal custody until they go to court and ask for it. So if they were never married, he is simply doing his due diligence of a father to obtain any custody at all. Fathers being involved is not an attack on mothers. Shared custody is not taking the child away from the mom. It's not a win for dads, and it's not a loss for moms. It's just what the kid deserves. Grow up.
I want to be honest. The reason why the older people stayed around for much longer in longer relationships was simple. They didn't have the internet. Yeah. They couldn't travel the world.
Not facts.
Hey, Uncle Joe had a whole nother family across the water, and that might have been a 20-minute ride. And Mabel ain't know.
Right.
Mabel ain't know he was kicking it like that. He had a whole nother family. Hey, your half brother look a lot different from you, but y'all got a lot of similarities, and she just ain't know. But a lot of this stuff about we champion the older relationships a lot, which I do too, because at the end of the day, they stayed together, but they had to go through and they stayed together, that they talked about, or she knew, or he knew what was going on, but they couldn't say nothing, because at the end of the day, not only was this my person, you the best looking person in this town. Like, hey, I'm not settling for nobody else. You was the person I wanted, and now I'm here. And I ain't finna lose nothing, because a relationship means something to me. Just because it don't mean nothing to you doesn't mean a relationship don't mean nothing to me.
Me? Dating? Shit. And I'm gonna give you the number one reason why I'm not getting back out here in these dating streets, and y'all gonna understand. It ain't the sprinkle. It ain't the arguments. It's not the 50-50 conversations. It's not finances. It's not none of that. The number one reason is them, I ain't ask you to do that for me people. I drag my balls across broken glass and gasoline before I ever let another person tell me that again in my face. So you in this relationship, you communicating, you validating their feelings, you validating them, you doing all the small things, even gifts of appreciation. You just mostly checking all the boxes. And then when you bring up, hey, you're not reciprocating some of these things that I'm doing for you, they look at you in your face and say, I ain't asked you to do that.
I don't submit to no man. I don't let no man tell me what to do. See, the enemy is trying to convince us that submission in the home is inferiority. But this was never about your value as women. This was simply about order and function. Imagine you and your husband, you're driving to your destination, and both of you have a steering wheel, both of you have brakes, and both of you have an accelerator. It's gonna end in a crash. The creator of the car was not trying to oppress the passenger by saying, I'm gonna take the steering wheel away from you. There can only be one person sitting behind the steering wheel. The creator of the car just knows how is the car going to get to the destination. There has to be someone sitting in the driver's seat. God said, I'm gonna put husbands in the driver's seat of the house. But see, my role in the passenger seat is to help him. Do you need some water? Do you need me to turn up the music? Do you need help with the navigation? I'm not just sitting there looking pretty. I am helping us get through the destination. We can destroy our husbands with just our words and our tongue, always questioning his decisions. Oh, I took the wrong turn again. If I was sitting in the driver's seat, whoa, we're not sitting in the driver's seat. And we're not going to constantly bicker and criticize his leadership. Our husbands have enough attack from the enemy in this world. The last thing he needs from us as wives is for us to also be a voice of attack. But as a woman of God, I am going to lift up my husband, support my husband. I'm going to honor my husband, speak well of my husband. I'm going to build him up so that we can get to the destination that God has assigned him. Both people need to sit in their seats and do their roles.
Dating in your 30s becomes literally just like looking for a breeding partner. Like, it's like you're going to a sperm donor bank and like lining up the genetics and just like choosing who you want to be your future children's dad. Like, you've already been through all the cute stages in your 20s, like saying I love you and going on your like first dates and trips together. Like, I don't want to meet your parents. Like, I do, but like, it's not cute anymore. Like, and then like waiting for the milestones and like falling and like seeing what happens. Like, no, are our kids gonna turn out cute? Are they gonna be smart, athletic? Like, are we gonna like make a good couple and like last forever? And like, then I'll get to know you and like, hopefully, you know, we get along great and like it lasts forever. But first things first, like, again, it's just not cute anymore. Like, but you never settle. You never settle. It's not like before where you go in blindly.
I'ma say that the guys who be most concerned with women's body count is the men that they not.
Every who care about
I don't know too many dudes who had the ability in their life to pick and choose the woman that they wanted that was concerned about what a woman was doing, bruh. The only dudes who got time to speculate about who a woman with is the nigga she not with. Like, let's just be practical for a moment, bruh. Like, if I'm with, excuse me if I'm with the, when do I have time to hate on them? Like, let's just be practical for a moment, bruh. Like, if I'm with them, when do I have time to hate on them? The dudes who be mad about who women choose and how they choosing to move and how they want to spread themselves around is the dudes that's not getting no play, bruh.
You agree or disagree?
Well, that was my question. My question was, is there a deeper reason as to why men say that? Is it because maybe you don't want her to be more experienced with somebody that has a bigger than you? No, just a genuine.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Submission isn't for weak women. Weak women can't submit because they think submission is weakness. The irony is, you think submission is only something you're being asked to do. Meanwhile, your husband, partner submits to you every single day in so many ways. You control access to intimacy, not him. You decide when it happens and when it doesn't. You decide on the decor of the home, what the family eats, the routine, the values, the standard of the entire home. He's living in a world that you designed. That's submission. You want Mexican food, but he wants a steak. Guess what he's eating? Yeah, exactly. You want to spend time with your family for the holiday? He wants to stay home. Guess where he's going? Exactly. Men submit to women all day long. The only difference is nobody calls it submission when they're doing it. That's why so many women misinterpret submission, because you notice every compromise you're making, but you rarely notice the compromises being made for you. And that's why when your husband or your partner asks you to submit to their leadership, it should be an easy yes. A woman who understands her position doesn't fight submission because she knows her value and she understands her influence. So submission stops feeling like a threat the moment you realize you've been on the receiving end this entire time.
All a man really wants to do, ladies, I'm sure you don't believe this, he wants to make you happy. But if he gets to the point where he believes nothing will, then he gets angry. And then he looks for some other place to feel like he's enough, because that's his upbringing. I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying that's what it is. And by the way, women, as they get older, if they feel like they're not cherished and loved, and sometimes they aren't, or someone else becomes more important to that person, then they get angry and intense. And so now we have people that love each other generalizing, distorting, deleting about the other side. Then it's hard to even have a new relationship, because you're still, when you come to a new relationship, you put across this person the filter of what's happened in the past. And if they do something similar to that person, oh, you better not do that, and we get angry and upset, it isn't even them. How many get this? Say I.
How
y'all doing?
you gonna pay my rent and my car? I have 3 kids and I need child support now. I need my books done. I need another BBL. I don't have a car or a license. I need $1,000 for a new wig. This one's getting old.
Never mind.
No, get my number. Wait, get my Instagram.
How many BBLs you done had?
Well, I had 0.
3.
You said that, body count shouldn't define who you are as a person. We often, just go around the table on this.
I can tell you
body
my body count. If I'm correct, it's 3.
I'm not gonna share that.
You don't have to give an exact number. Would you feel more comfortable doing a range? Less than 10?
Yes.
Less than 5?
Yes.
Okay.
4.
4? Okay.
Also not going to divulge.
Range? More comfortable with a range?
Less than 5. 7.
Finally. 7? Okay.
Less than 10.
Less than 10?
I honestly don't know.
Did you lose count or lost track?
I
or?
stopped counting.
Stopped counting.
Probably in my 20s.
And I don't know why this has to be explained to you. Modern women hype themselves up on some stupid stuff. If he's got to take you to court, then you that girl, he's trying to get back at you and da-da-da. Not everything. Well, I guess in this situation, it would be about you. Because you're holding his child from him. So he's got to go to court in order to get his child back. These modern women, they withhold stuff from you. And I think there was a clip going around from, I think, guy's name was Big Tigger. Something like, I think he used to host Rap City, The Basement, I think. I can't remember. It's been so long. On BET. He's been involved in a lot of scandal lately. To where, he put his hands on his woman, yada, yada, yada. But in a clip that was being recorded, he was wrestling with that woman. And he's like, I just need my phone back. And she would not, get off me. She was screaming bloody murder. Get off me. Can you give the man his phone back? Yeah, see, if he got to wrestle, there's something in that phone. No, I just want my property. You even have women in the comments saying, why don't you just give him his phone back? That's his. No, I have a right. You don't have a right. Modern women say a lot of stupid stuff. They do a lot of stupid stuff. For no reason. And you can't even say, well, my emotions. No, my gut feeling. No, for no reason. They're out here doing stupid stuff. And then when they get taken to court, to court and blocked, if a man gotta block you, then you won. Because men don't block women. They don't. They must be in their feelings. No, you're a problem and you won't leave me alone. That's why you got blocked. You're a problem and you won't let me see my kids. That's why I took you to court.
If you think submission is because the man is doing what you believe is right for a man to do, then you've missed your assignment before God. God will bless your obedience as being a wife. The Bible's full of it. Ephesians and Corinthians in the Old Testament. Just start looking for them. And please read Love and Respect. It will change your life. Submission does not make you a weaker vessel. It just makes you the part of the machine that is needed to function, but entrusting somebody else's responsibility that's what they were made for, to do what God has made them to do. So I value submission. Submit one to another is not in the same way. He is not going to submit to me the way I'm going to submit to him. That's not even biblical. As he submits to Christ, so I submit to him who has submitted to Christ. If God has made the man the head of the house to love his wife as he is to love the church, God is going to hold him to a standard. God is also going to hold you to a standard. And it's not going to be dependent on, did you value him, or did you do right by him because he did right by you, or you did right by him because you did right by what God commanded you to do. You will see a dynamic transformation inside of your home when you begin to obey his word.
If you have a man in your life who is always telling you what to do, like, for example, babe, you shouldn't really wear that to where we're going. It's not the place. Or, honey, I don't like this guy that is your friend, and I'd really appreciate it if you cut it off with him. If this sounds like your man, he is not a controlling man. He is not a jealous man. He's quite literally being a man, a protector, and he sees what is going on. If a man tells you to cut out another man from your life, it's most likely because he already knows what that other man is thinking about. And why give that other man opportunity when y'all are together? If you're not willing to cut off a man for your man, then that man should go find somebody else. Furthermore, if you're not willing to change your outfit for something like an event, and he already says like that's not appropriate for this event, that man is not controlling you. He is looking out for your best interest in what you guys are doing. If this sounds like your man and you're like, he's too controlling, he's not controlling, sis. He's being protective, and that man is looking out for you because he loves you.
Are you pretty enough for that? This is what I want every woman who is not looking for love or relationship, for every woman who only wants a man for the purposes of money, only wants a man who could take her out and take her on trips and take her to nice restaurants and buy her nice things. You're not looking for alignment. You're not looking for a relationship. You're not looking for a partnership. You just want a sugar daddy or a man with some bread. Are you pretty enough for that? Because baby, these men are paying for something. So when you're putting yourself in this position, what is your face like? Is your body T or is it declining? Or are you in a recession, baby? What is it? Because women who are going after this lifestyle will tell you that you have to keep up with yourself. You have to be in some type of shape. Your face got to look like something. Your hair got to be done. Your nails got to be done. You can't have no days where you don't shave. Can't have no days when that pedicure not on point. Teeth got to be straight. Baby, are you in place for that? Because understand, the maintenance to just be the person who wants to be maintained is expensive. Is your life set up that way? So before you decide to pick up the sugar baby or whatever type of lifestyle, gold digger type of lifestyle, please understand that it comes with some type of prerequisite. And usually it's your looks. And does that match who you are? Stay safe.
I'm probably the black sheep. Honestly, I'm not laying down with no man without no fee. Honestly, if they come to me and say they want to fuck, I'm gonna... If it's not nobody I'm interested in, I'm asking for the fee. I'm sorry. That's just me. Honestly... That's me. So, that's just me. Honestly, I'm not f***ing for nothing. If I'm not interested in you, what you got for me? Honestly. Because I'm not finna leave with no way that nothing. So, that's just me, honestly. I cannot be for free and they don't leave with nothing but a wet. What is that? What is that? A wet. So what? I could do that for myself.
So basically what you're saying is like if a nigga comes straight direct towards you, if you're not interested.
What you got for me? If we at the bar, absolutely. You're paying for me. You're paying for my bitches. Show me some money. Like you're gonna be. Yeah, absolutely. Like because you're acting real bold, coming up to me, acting like you wanna. No, you're gonna pay for me and my. Is in our drinks. Like pick up the tab.
Want to know what most men don't do? They don't show up in the relationship trying to change us. They show up in the relationship trying to love us. Yeah, imperfectly. They're human just like we are. What they don't do is show up and say that's not good enough. Do it better. And when we say that's not good enough, do it better, they try. And because we women have that mentality, they end up failing. And not because they're not trying. It's because we know exactly how we want it, when we want it, in what form we want it, and we won't tolerate second best. We won't tolerate less than that. I promise you, your man wants nothing more in his life than to show up for you. Why won't you let him? And please know the list of reasons that you're rattling off in your head right now don't matter as much as letting that man come towards you in the best way that he knows how. That's when you're going to get what you want.
I'm going to say this with my whole chest and never change my stance. A woman's worthiness to be in a committed relationship should not be determined by what she did when she was single, when she was not in a committed relationship. If she was in a committed relationship and she had a track history of cheating, that's something different. But what a woman does when she is single does not determine how she's going to move forward in a future committed relationship. That should not be what a man is focused on. It doesn't matter if a woman has 100 bodies or 2 bodies. She can be a horrible partner with 0 bodies. She could be a horrible partner with 100 bodies. The bodies is not what determines whether she's going to be a good committed partner or not. Quite frankly, men who focus on past partners typically have low self-esteem. There is a fear of being compared to past partners. There's a fear of measuring up to past partners. And there's this constant need for reassurance. Instead of focusing on past partners, what the guy should be doing is collecting data. Getting to know this woman over time to see if this person fits into their life. Are they trustworthy? Are they honest? Are they ambitious? Are they nurturing? You find that out over time, not by looking at a person's past partners.
feminism's greatest weapon, you go girl culture. This whole you go girl thing between women is almost like a social tool that feminism created, where women encourage each other to do things that are terrible for themselves. And you'll notice that even women who claim to be anti-feminism and conservative participate in you go girl culture. And the reason it's able to infect so many women is because it uses women's natural instinct for indirect competition with one another. Men naturally compete with physicality, with logical facts, whereas female competition is more emotional and backhanded. Body positivity is the perfect example of this. A woman will almost never tell a fat girl that she's fat and that she needs to lose weight, and one of the most instinctual reasons for this is to lessen her potential competition for mates and resources. Women encourage each other to stay fat, to go out more, to slut themselves out, because everyone deep down knows that these are bad things. And it's funny because every girl thinks that she's the exception. Women will say, I don't go out for anyone but myself. I don't do it for guys. I do it for me, to let loose a little. But it's like, yeah, of course you're gonna say that. No girl's gonna say, I go out because of FOMO and I listen to peer pressure and I want to get male attention. Of course, she's just gonna say, I do it for myself. Most women simply aren't self-aware enough to realize why they do what they do and aren't mentally strong enough to resist the fear of missing out from going out and from all of their friends. But the minority of smart women realize that while the idea of going out is enticing, the risk that something bad happens that scars you for life just isn't worth it. Smart women know that just because something is fun and other women do it doesn't automatically mean that you should do it.
Most of the super beautiful women that you see on Instagram are single. They're single because they don't know how to act. They can attract you, but they can't keep you because they don't have no character. They don't have no loyalty, and they're fully engrossed into this era. What can you do for me? Well, you won't do for me, he could do for me. And then that man says, well, go get it from him then. And then now she goes over here to him, and then she says, well, what can you do for me? Well, you can't do for me, they could do for me. Then he says, well, go over there after giving something to him. Now you on 3 guys, it's only been 6 months, you got 2 new bags, but your reputation is wrecked.
Would most men date average looking women if they were deeply feminine?
Yes.
The BBL and booty girls would not agree.
I don't think the majority of the men that I know would ever wife a BBL.
Correct.
And I know a lot of very successful men. I think they'll have fun with the BBL. I think that good men want good women that are kind and that are nice. Most of these women don't move like women. They be moving like men for real.
How do you think we got here?
To all of these loose women?
I'm sorry.
What?
That's not supposed to be funny. I'm sorry.
What? How we get to? Is that the question though?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
We got to loose women because this is what I think.
And once again, we have modern women out here doing whatever they want to do and not wanting to be held accountable. What you should be looking at, we're going to look at all the stuff that, you know, you're talking about. We're going to look at all that. Is she ambitious? I don't care if she's ambitious. I don't care. I care that she was out here maintaining some sort of exclusivity. If you're out here in the street, I don't want that. Period. Well, that's because you're insecure. You know, at this point, instead of defending myself, you can call me whatever you want to call me. You're going to sit your stupid behind on that sideline and you're not going to be picked. Period. I'm not doing that. Find you a man that ran his body count up too. Maybe at the end of the day, you and Chad can be happy together. You and Tyrone can be happy together. But I'm not going to do that. I don't want that. And I know some of these women are lying in relationships and saying, well, I did this, 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 and this. And I did this, this, and this. But I never did this. You're lying. And when men have found out, there have been some men, when they found out, straight divorce, straight separation the next day. I don't want that.
Vogue just posted an article saying having a boyfriend is embarrassing. I think for men, this is a wake-up call. To the smart, independent woman, good salary, nice place, we provide no benefit. We are no longer the priority. In fact, we're probably a burden to them. We need to realize having a girlfriend is a privilege. And our duty is to raise them up and make them the most successful version of themselves.
Men will not exist in your life if they consider themselves a burden. Ladies, newsflash, if you didn't know this, this is like every man. It's why they don't like to talk about their problems. They have been socialized to believe that the only value that they bring is in what they can do or what they can provide. So if you want your man to open up to you, you cannot make him think that he's a burden. Do not tell that man to man up, or that you don't feel safe anymore because he cried or he vented his feelings to you. That man may open up once, but if it backfires, that man will sacrifice his own well-being before becoming a burden to someone again.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna give you the characteristics of the Proverbs 31 woman. According to King Solomon, the best woman that you could be with. She's hardworking and productive. She's reasonable. She's wise and understanding. She's compassionate. She's classy. She is kind. She is valuable. She's impressive. The Bible calls her praiseworthy. She's motherly. She's nurturing. She's scarce. There's not many women like her. The Bible calls her fruitful, meaning that she's an asset to your life, not a liability. She not only takes care of her own health, but she takes care of the health of her family. And last but not least, she's beautiful, but she doesn't put it out there for other people to see. She's classy, but she's a beautiful woman.
Y'all want to talk about men and double standards? Our entire feminist culture can be summed up in one movie, The Notebook. It's one of the most loved romance movies of all time because she's so happy in the end. She cheats on her fiance, leaves him for another man, and we call it true love because it felt right. Now let's flip the roles. Imagine a man cheats on his fiance, abandons her, follows his feelings, and the movie celebrates it. It wouldn't be called romance. It'd be called narcissistic and toxic. We'd be changing The Notebook to The Narcissist. That's not equality. That's a double standard. And it explains why modern relationships are collapsing. Feelings have become a moral authority and commitments just become optional. Now, when happiness replaces character, everything breaks, guys.
If a man suddenly stops chasing you, don't ignore it. That's not a game. That's not strategy. That's someone who got tired of giving more than he was receiving.
Yeah.
He used to text first,
Yeah.
call first, show up without being asked.
Yeah.
But when effort isn't matched, it slowly turns into silence. Because no one wants to feel like they're forcing a connection. And the sad part is you don't notice it at first. You get used to him always being there. Until one day he stops. Not because he doesn't feel anymore, but because he finally respects himself enough to walk away from what feels one-sided.
It's like, yeah, I would never get married again. Like for what? Right? And if a woman imposes it on you, all you have to do is say, babe, I love you, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not, like, as a family lawyer that has practiced law for decades now, who's been through his own divorce, who's dealt with thousands of clients, both men and women, he's wise enough to know. And by the way, all family lawyers do this at some point, right? Your James Sextons of the world, not married. Jonathan Noble, not married. He's not going to get married again. You know, we had a conversation on several podcasts about that. They're wise to it.
Most women you meet in clubs, bars, or lounges are just using you for free drinks. So I highly recommend most of your code approaches being in person during the daytime. When you meet women out, you're drinking, they're drinking. These women are just so opportunistic. As soon as they see some 1942, Casamigos, some Hennessy, they're just going to come, enjoy themselves, and usually leave. Even also, most instances where I've even seen guys being in clubs or bars, I'll see a guy be talking to a girl all night, he hooping with her, doing his thing, and the very last 5 minutes of the party, she's leaving with another guy. I've been in that situation. I'm doing my thing with a girl, I go to the restroom, I'm just gone for a few minutes, I come back from the pisser, she's with another man. That's how quick it is, because once again, alcohol is being involved, so these women, their judgment is poor, your judgment is also poor. You know, you get Hennessy vision, Casamigo vision, you see what I'm saying? Like, imagine that, you done drop some bread on some mid, she calling you ugly, she ugly too. And you like, yo, she dissing you. You like, yo, this is mid work, and she dissing me. So to not fall into that situation, just don't be in that environment to begin with. I do not recommend you going out spending $1,400, $2,000, you know, on bottles. You know, even if you go to the most regular spot, man, a bottle end up being
$700 for one bottle. You know, it's not worth it. Just for a girl to come online and to diss you, you ain't get no box. You know what I'm saying? You ain't get nothing. All you got was some IG highlight stories for 24 hours, man. So do better, gentlemen. Don't waste your money. It's too much money you're spending when you go into these venues. Stop giving, you know, your money to these venues. It's not worth it. You know, the interest of the women is always questionable. Trust my baddies only. If you need help with your dating psychology, you want to know better places to meet women, I will fly to you in person. I will coach you, fix your image, fix your approach so that you can attract high-value women and secure them and go on dates consistently every week. DM me app.
Most high-value men don't find a woman with a high body count as marriage material. There's something about a woman that's virtuous that we put on a pedestal. We hold it up as the ideal. A lot of women come at that and are very critical. Well, that's a double standard because a man can sleep around, but a woman can't. I don't think it's a double standard. I think it's a difference in preferences. And here's an example of a difference in preferences. A man wants virtue in a woman. A woman wants material possessions in a man. She wants a guy that can provide and can provide well for her. We're not looking for a woman that can provide for us. We'll marry a chick that works at McDonald's. If she's sweet and takes care of us and she's high value and she's virtuous. One of the reasons why virtue is important to a man when he's picking a woman to marry is men don't want to be compared to other men. It's not good for our egos that men have egos. You don't want to be the guy with the small in the room, right? Like, just to be totally honest, like, guys are concerned about being compared to other men. They're concerned about what another man could provide to a woman, and they don't want to be in that comparison game with the woman that they have chosen to make their wife. Another thing is, on an evolutionary basis, men are conditioned, every species of male pretty much on the planet is conditioned the same way, to push their DNA, to move their DNA forward. And when you have a promiscuous woman, it's much more likely that she's going to continue to be promiscuous after marriage. I'm not saying every woman that's promiscuous before marriage is, that's not true, but it's definitely more likely for a woman to be more promiscuous after marriage. It's not just a preference, there's rationale to that. That's why men, especially high value men, are going to look for women that are virtuous, because it's going to ensure, at least to some degree, that she's going to be loyal and faithful to you. It's going to ensure that you're raising your own kids through her, and now you're not in this game where you're compared to a freaking football team that came before you.
Well, let me ask you a question. What's your body count?
My body count?
Yeah.
I'd rather not share that on the internet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, here's the thing. I knew you were going to say that. There's a reason why you don't want to disclose that.
Yes, because I have free will and I can say what I want. Thank you.
No, sure. But let's actually peel the layer back, right? Okay. The reason why you don't want to disclose it, as well as women in general don't want to disclose that, because women understand that their sexuality defines their value in the dating marketplace. Women instinctually know that their body count directly affects, and their past promiscuity directly affects their ability to find a suitor in the future, right? So when people use a term like, which is a pejorative term, that's attributed to women because you guys care about your body count because that limits your ability to find a man. But for us, the more partners we have, typically the more value we have, because as a man, for you to be able to get a lot of sex, you have to bring something to the table. Men that have a lot of women typically have some kind of money, some status, they're charming, they have something.
Can I speak?
Well, I'm finishing my point to answer your question. So men have to bring something to the table to be promiscuous. Women don't. So that's why it's not respected.
You want me to turn it back on? Yeah. Rob? Yeah. What? Motherfuckers gonna come around me and start stealing this shit. Go on with yourself. What? First of all, who is you? Who are you? Who is you see? Hello? Yeah. I just dropped the low. Hey. She needs to go. But you love him.
So you think you bold enough to do that
But
shit
you
in my
love
face?
him. You should have chose. But she love him, chat. She finna get him robbed, but she love him. And she wanna be with him.
Damn. That's why she going so hard. She tried to hit a lick.
I think you're just gonna curse.
No.
You're not letting me.
Hey.
Does height matter in a man? Yes or no?
Yes.
Step on the scale.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'm like 140.
Okay. 170?
No. I know I'm 140.
170 pounds.
You just literally fixed the scale. Stop lying. I know my weight.
English?
Get the out of here.
No, she needs to eat more chicken wing, bro. She need more. You want a chicken wing? He got one.
Chicken wing for my vape.
Bowl you what?
You trying to bully me for my vape?
Bowl you for your vape?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I know I'm 140 pounds. What the fuck you talking to?
You're mad that you're overweight? I'm confused.
I'm mad because you nigga just little fix the scale trying to like bully me for my vape. Nigga, I know I'm like 140.
You said height matters in a man.
Yeah.
If
I'm
you're
140 and I know it.
But you're not. You're 170.
You're trying to bully me. Fuck off.
I'm not bullying you.
Dumb ass. You're trying to bully me.
Who's the one person? How am I bullying you?
Fuck off.
Are you gonna let me speak? You're just gonna curse.
No.
You're not letting me speak.
You don't get to speak.
Okay, I don't get to speak. You're proving the stereotype right.
Fuck off.
And I know modern women are going to see The Notebook because somebody, really honestly and truly, I think most of these women like The Notebook because of the ending, right? They like it where even if or even when they got together and he yearned for her, he begged for her, and that started in the summer. When he finally got her, they were passionate, they were doing things together, but then when she went off, he never stopped fighting for her. He always yearned and wanted her. She was with another man. And really, honestly and truly, she saw him in the newspaper. And then she made it seem like she was just going to go down there to visit whoever she was visiting. No, I'm not. I'm really here to see what you got going on with this house that you promised me. That's those promises you made years ago. I'm really down here to see what's going on with that house. And I think if her fiance knew that, and he trusted her, by the way, I'm gonna go out and hang out with family or whatever and whatnot. Oh, okay. Well, let me know if you need anything. You want me to come? No, I don't want you to come. And she went down there, lied to that man, by the way, and then went down there and got herself into something that she knew she couldn't get out of. That's what happened. I can't get out of this. I don't know how. I don't want to get out of this. And went down there, started checking. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh no, I've always loved you. Oh, how can you say? Boom, right there again. And then the bow, you got to wrap a bow on it. Even when she, I think she had dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that, he was still reading the story of their love. I can't believe he even put that in. I can't even believe he put that in his story. To be honest with you, this man was reading a story of their life together. And, he would continue to read it so that hopefully she would remember. And at the end of it, they kind of passed away together. She was having issues and he was having issues as well. They were actually staying in the same nursing home facility, I think. And it ended up, he wasn't doing good. And they, kind of laid into bed together and passed away together. That's why they really like that. How do I feel? Not what has actually happened. Was it wrong? Was it not wrong? Was he done right? Was the fiance done right? Or the ex-fiance done right? None of that matters. It matters about my feelings.
I want a man that provides and takes care of all of my bills and is going to make sure that I don't have to lift.
Are you a child?
What?
Women are the only people that will get upset at you for giving them what they want. And women are not rational. The man that does not challenge you does not love you. That is the reality. This is a result of feminism and women's independence. So y'all got what y'all asked for.
Who is we? We're not talking about you. I want to get a belt.
I am a traditional man. I am not a sucker. I'm a black man in Hollywood, so I've definitely had those situations where...
Because if a man comes along, and this is terrifying to me too, I'm not even gonna lie. If I met a man today that was very patient, that he was loving, he was genuinely kind, he was soft in his words with me, he didn't look down to me for my circumstance, he didn't expect me to explain my existence constantly, like the woman said, what you've been through. If it gets out to the room that everybody thinks that it's an interview now, they have the right to question you. If he didn't treat you that way and he was behind you in your corner the way a woman would be, but with the solutions of a man, I would be scared of that man. I would be very scared of him. Because that man will expect more of you. Because the man who gives you the most compassion is going to expect the most growth. And he's going to create the circumstances for the most growth. You have to be an exceptional person with a person like that. Women are not afraid so much of the man itself. They're afraid of the consequences of who you might need to be. But they forget that a man like that is not going to be a tyrant over you. They're going to genuinely love you. They're genuinely going to create the circumstances for success. They genuinely care about your performance. They genuinely love you. They're scared of that because they think they don't deserve it, and they know it's going to be hard, and they don't want to disappoint somebody. And they don't want to disappoint a man because that man will give them a critique, and if they're genuinely in love with that man, it will break their soul in ways that I can't even explain. Because it's like all those other people me and they didn't love me. But if you love me and I disappoint you and you genuinely love me, then I have failed as a human being and I don't deserve life. That's how women feel. And it's not reasonable, it's not rational, because everyone makes mistakes and everyone fails. This is also why having a good father is important, because he'll push you to do things that you don't want to do, but you need to do.
If you break it down fundamentally, 56% of marriages end in divorce. Like, think about, that's the ones that end in divorce. So how many people, what percentage stay together for the kids? Or because they don't want to give away half their, another 10%? That's conservative.
Conservative.
But let's say 20% then, okay?
That's at least right.
You now have a technology that fails 76% of the time. That's insane. That's insane. That's more likely than not. 76%. If I told you there's a 76% chance when you walk out the door today you're going to get hit in the head with a bowling ball, you would not go out, or you'd wear a helmet for sure. But people just continue to get married. Not only do they continue to get married, there's a presumption that you should get married. And if you don't get married, there's something wrong with you. So if you've got a girlfriend and you've been with her for 5 years, and you say to someone, we're getting married, they go, oh, that's great. You know, they don't go, why? You're happy. Why would you get married? Like, everything's going fine. Why would you put yourself through that? Why would you run that risk? If you say to someone, we've been together 5 years and we've decided we're not going to get married. We're going to move in together, but we're not going to get married. Ooh, what's wrong? You have intimacy issues? What's your problem? But meanwhile, 56% end in divorce. It's literally fits the legal definition of negligence.
This one's probably going to sting a little bit. Over 40, never married, high-powered career, etc., etc. When a man encounters a woman like that, he automatically assumes, based on his experience, right, that your focus has been your career and no one wanted you. The assumption is that you will not allow him to lead, that you will be the one that wants to lead all the time. The assumption will be that you are an alpha, and a provider man is the alpha. So if you are that woman, then you have to learn how to lean back. You have to learn to ask for help. You have to learn to curate other hobbies, other things that you enjoy, other things that you are good at outside of your career, so that you can have other things that you bring into the relationship and into the conversation, so you're not leading with your career. I'm going to be completely honest with you, and this is not to minimize your accomplishments, but the only men that care about your degrees and your job and all the accolades that you get and all the money that you make is a Dusty. A provider man is not, I mean, he's happy for you, right? But he can hold it down, he can take care of it. So he's not really that fazed by that because he's successful.
So I'm just coming out of a date and he's never gonna see me again. But he asked me a question that kind of made me go, he jokingly was like, oh, so who are these other guys that I'm in competition with? And I had to be like, other guys? No, you're in competition with me. You're competing against me because, listen, I'm great. I'm fun. I know how to do everything for myself. But what is going to make you special enough for me to want to share my life with? I think this man was like aghast because he was just like, I was being serious. You guys have to remember, you're great. And I think the longer I'm single, which I think is like coming on it's coming up 3 years now. There's something else that like I love more than myself. I'm very sure of who I am as a person. Men are scared of independent women. Like, y'all should be. Like, if you are not coming in prepared and sure of yourself, then you're not.
Who's the problem in this situation?
I said I wouldn't talk about my dating life on here, but I feel like I cannot be the only one who feels alone in this. Just went on a first date, and this is no offense to this man, obviously. Perfectly fine, normal, lovely date. It's getting to the point, though, that that's the problem. Like, there's just nothing happening. And I just feel no sparks and no chemistry with people, and I feel bad. Because I feel like it's just me. I'm going out with really handsome, accomplished, interesting people, and I feel nothing.
She sounds
I feel like I'm
desensitized.
just another girl. Like, I'm one of a million, and there's just nothing special about me. Probably not presenting that great either. Not like that sparkly or interesting or like dynamic at all, because I'm just so depleted. I know my person's out there, but starting to really question if I even have it in me to find them anymore. I listened to Maisie Neely's book today, and through all of the hardships she had, she just kept going and kept dating and kept seeing people, and I admire people so much that have that in them, because I just don't have it in me. I thought I was safe and I thought I was done, and like having to do this again just feels like work every time I go on a date. It feels like so hard.
I don't know what her problem is.
High value man. You need to buy a course from a stranger on Instagram showing you how to be a high value man. You don't have it in you. You don't have it around you. Even if you took a red pill suppository up your boom boom, you would not become a high value man. What are they going to teach you in your little class, huh? That a great achievement for a 30 to 40-year-old man is to be with an 18-year-old? What does a man in his 30s and 40s have in common with an 18-year-old? She's just entering college. She's picking a major. You are thinking about minors. You are not the same. Ladies, and don't let them convince you that they're picking you because you're mature for your age. The truth is they're immature for their age, and women their age don't want that. It's not giving high value, it's giving great value. As in, the generic Walmart cereal brand that people get as a last resort because they can't afford anything else. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. My bad. I thought that a high value man would be busier, but apparently all of the self-proclaimed high value men have enough time to go on podcasts to talk crap about women.
Just because you are paying child support don't mean you are supporting your child. Matter of fact, child support should be called, I'm gonna just give my baby mama a few couple dollars that the court made me do. But that don't mean that you are supporting that child mentally, emotionally. Are you there for your children on a daily basis? That is support. Child support is taking that child to the first day of school. Child support is PTA meetings. Child support is being there to cheer from the stands. Child support is being there to help that kid learn how to read. Child support is going to the school when he gets his first bully. Child support is taking him to get his first haircut. That's child support. Paying money ain't supporting the child. Now, you pay that money, but you got to do other things if you want to say I'm supporting my child.
Middle finger with the 5-6. Tinted windows when we slide. Stick. Glock for the Draco. No, I'm round nigga with the slime. Shooter in his spine. Cut time. 21. We the Fox 5 gang. Getting whack, snitching on mine. Facts. Back it up. 223 gon' make a back it up. 21. Trying to strip it. Gotta change my outfit. Ain't black enough. Boulder Crest Road, Glenwood Road. Name a hood out whacking us. Running till they plug, crying, saying slaughter gang, keep texting us. I get them rats and then I stack it up. 21. This is not a scat pack, this a cat and it's on angel dust. Breaking news, gang, fuck, we dangerous. I get inside that beat her back out, yeah, you know I strangle.
And a woman was really explaining how a real man can be terrifying to a woman who isn't ready. And that means I have a hard time being accountable. Like, well, past relationships, this and that happened, and he did this and they did that. And so when you criticize me, I think of what my past relationships used to do, and I kind of shut down. Once again, that's something that you have to take accountability for, and that's something that you have to work on. He can help you through that, but you got to be willing to get better. That's really all that is. And a lot of times modern women, once again, they go based off of their feelings, and they want men to not only understand, but to bear with them in their feelings. Well, let me just get it together. But then when a man has his feelings or he's going through something, then they don't really want to hear about it. They're not interested in what he's got going on. Oh, just, kind of do what I ask you to do when I ask you to do it. Be a man, suck it up, and get moving. So there has to be grace both ways.